You're listening to Darling Shine, a podcast by Ellidy and myself, Chloe Fisher.
Join us as we blindly navigate and unpack the raw and often unspoken experiences of womanhood, grief, friendship, and everything in between.
Darling Shine is your survival kit to the unexpected shit life throws at you.
This podcast is proudly brought to you by Mamo. Mamo is a holistic wellness brand that creates organic skincare products designed to enhance your raw beauty. Their products are all created by a naturopath using organic and natural ingredients right here in Australia.
The team at Mamo have been so kind and they've given us a little discount code for all of our Darling Shine listeners. In capitals, you can use the code SHINE10 at checkout to get 10% off your order.
Hey Chloe, how's Vegas?
Oh, we just got home this morning. It was a whirlwind. We were there for again, I feel like I've been there. I have been there 2 weekends in a row, but we went predominantly this weekend for the fight, which was not so great, obviously. It was pretty disappointing.
I just love watching how Conor McGregor walks onto the stage and shit. I just find it so entertaining. That whole
it was
world,
really the energy in the stadium was nuts. It was so good. And then I guess once he snapped his ankle, it was like you could hear a pin drop and it was just emptied and everyone was just gone within seconds. And then we went and had a nice dinner last night and then just got back to LA now and came to work. How was the yoga session that you guys did on Sunday?
Oh, the charity yoga that Ash from Free Living put on was so special. It was honestly so moving. So heaps of people came and donated to the charity and everything. So that was just amazing. I want to shout out to two chicks, Ebony and Megan, who actually traveled all the way from the sunny coast just for yoga. And they were we wish Chloe was here. We just they were just honestly so cool. That was really cool.
Did you meet some of our listeners?
Yeah. Yeah, they were epic. And they were even oh my God, let me touch this bag. Is this a preen bag? Is this the last? Yeah, they were just they were honestly the best.
God,
love
so
them.
Good.
So shout out to Ebbs and Megs. Just full gave them nicknames. But
I was meant to tune in, but I was in a stadium.
Oh, good on you.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all right, darling.
Sorry. We were on a bit of a different time zone.
A bit of a different journey that day. No, it was honestly amazing. And at the end, Ash got everyone together. She brought everyone who was outside, inside, and we were all touching. She was everyone sit next to each other and we all had our hands on each other's knees. Britt was there. And and then Warrior, Chumpy's song Warrior was on. And oh my God, I was crying. Were you dying? Because I was honestly, I was a pool of it. I was a puddle. It was, but even it was
watching
so
that little
Chumpy was
the
right
stories. There. Yeah, even watching those stories that they posted with the room when his music was playing.
Yeah. I feel like
it was
quite moving.
It's moving. Oh.
Look at us.
Look at us. So this week's episode, we are talking about the 2-week wait. And just to give you guys a little bit of a background, this was actually pre-recorded when I was on the Gold Coast and I was currently going through a 2-week wait during the recording. We decided to do it then because we knew that we wanted to have this as a topic of discussion in the podcast and we thought that it would make most sense to record it while I was right in the thick of it and Ellidy had just gone through it. So let's get into the episode.
Today we are going to unpack the 2-week wait because it fucking sucks.
So both Ellidy and I have obviously experienced the 2-week wait. I am currently in my third 2-week wait. Ellidy has done 2 of them in her IVF cycles, but obviously the 2-week wait occurs to people who are trying to conceive naturally as well because it is the period between the day you ovulate to when you get your period.
Yes.
That is the horrid 2-week wait.
So you're having hell time, you're having heaps of sex, you're trying to get that little baby in there and then you have to wait the 2 weeks before your period either comes or you do a pregnancy test and you find out you're pregnant. So I remember when Jump and I were trying naturally, fuck, that was like a solid 8 to 9 months. And every month I would, like in my 2-week wait, you just like convince yourself every month that you're pregnant. And a lot of the symptoms between pregnancy and period are like similar, like your boobs and you're
if I had $1 for every time I Googled a symptom, I would be able to buy a fucking mansion.
I was Googling some fucked up shit. Like I would literally sneeze like twice in a day and I'd be like, oh my God, I wonder if sneezing means I'm pregnant. I better Google it.
I remember you calling me up and saying that I called my nurse and asked her, I can't stop sneezing. Is this bad for the baby?
Oh my God, so that was different. After my second transfer, so the one that I got pregnant with, I literally left the transfer and in the car I was like, achoo, and I was like, holy shit, the baby's literally fucking falling out. Like it's coming out. It's not sticking.
Oh, heavy. Well, that's nice because you were super rough with me.
Every time I cuddle Chloe, she's like, ow.
No, because you run at me like a fucking kelpie and jump on me and throw me over your shoulder and squeeze me till my guts nearly come out of my stomach. And I was like, can you just not do that?
If anything, darling, I'm squeezing the baby in there. Not squeezing it out of there.
No. So anyway, so you think sneezing's a bad thing and I think fucking what you do to me is a bad thing.
Well, I accidentally jumped in a waterfall that time on my first
that was pretty heavy.
transfer. But you know what, I was a bit like, if this egg's a strong one, it'll stick. Otherwise, I don't want it.
I feel like it was a big learning curve for us. You went first before me, the first one, because this time round I have not done anything. Like I literally have wrapped myself in cotton wool. Like I haven't even been going on for walks. I've completely stopped training. I have been eating heaps of pineapple. I went via McDonald's on the way home from the transfer, ate McDonald's chips.
That's a thing, isn't
apparently
it?
Coconut water, and I don't really like that by itself, so I'm just drowning in a smoothie. I went to the shops and I got vitamin E capsules because apparently vitamin E makes you super sticky in your inside. So I've done everything this time in hope, because I didn't want to give anything a reason for it to not work. Like I didn't want to be like, oh, well, I had a glass of wine or I went and jumped off a waterfall like we did with you. I was like, nothing. I'm going to have no excuse for myself for this not to work.
We need to get Dr. Ong on and talk to him about those old wives' tales, about like the Macca's chips after the transfer, the putting your legs up, the pineapple, all those weird little things.
Apparently avocado.
I wonder if there's science behind that, darling.
Yeah.
We're not doctors either, let's just preface.
Yes, so don't take any advice from us. This is just what we've experienced.
Yeah.
But so what we wanted to talk about in this episode is we wanted to go into a few little survival tips, you could say, to help you through the 2-week wait, what we did, what to do, what not to do.
I'd say most important thing is to not I actually was such a teacher's pet and I listened to the doctor. They were like, okay, so just don't do any pregnancy tests and get your blood test in 2 weeks and then we'll call you with the result. And I was just like, yeah, stunning. I'll just do that easy peasy. Whereas everyone I speak to a day later, they're like, how many pregnancy tests have you done so far? And I'm like, none, because the doctor just said not to do one. Plus they're like $100 for a box of pregnancy tests. So I'm like, I'll just not do that because I just want the doctor to call me with the answer.
See, I'm the complete opposite there. I look, the first
Chloe
time.
did 100.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't. I've only ever done 2 pregnancy tests that have been positive. No, I'm not lying.
What about the negative ones, darling?
Well, I actually am not a crazy pregnancy tester. I really am not. I have to say that. So the only other one I had was when I was pregnant the very first time and I had the miscarriage. That one had a very, very, very faint line. And then actually I just lied. When I got home back to Australia, I did another one and that was full line. So that was that one. And then the first time we did the IVF round was Ellidy's second round and she found out that she was pregnant. So and I was 4 days later than you to find out. And I was like, fuck this, I'm just going to do a test because you're pregnant. I'm just going to see.
Yeah.
And so that day I did a pee on a stick. I'm like, oh my God, it probably wasn't a line now that we think about it. But I was like, it's a fucking line, we're pregnant, blah, blah, blah. But
it was a very faint line there. A line is a line, darling.
A line is a line, but it was like a poof of air, that line.
What fucking brand was that one? That one
it was probably shit. So that was the other time. And then the last time when I did an IUI, which it will go into, I guess, in another episode, what the difference between IUI is and IVF. Yeah. But I did that and I didn't even get around to doing a pregnancy test because I started bleeding before I got the opportunity to. And this time around, I'm fucking dying to do one. But my plan is come Friday,
You've only got
I'm going to
2
go.
days.
I'm going to, well, it's like pretty much one day.
Oh my
it's like
gosh.
tomorrow. So I'm going to go first thing in the morning. I'm going to get the blood test
Tomorrow's Thursday, darling.
on Friday morning.
Stunning.
Blood the test, and then I'm going to come straight home and I'm going to pee on a stick. I have to do it myself and not be told by a nurse. Fuck, it's like, why do I want to get
You
told
don't-
by a nurse that I'm pregnant? I want to go through that myself. So that's how
I liked
I'm
the
doing
nurse
it.
telling me.
Well, that's you. So
Yeah. Okay, do you want me to be
different.
here for that when you piss on the stick?
if you'd like.
Only if you'd like, darling.
Yeah, you can. Anyway.
So,
So Paul's obviously away, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Paul's away.
So that's
Chumpy's
fun.
gone skis. We do this shit on our own these days.
Yeah, darling shine.
Darling, shine.
Yeah.
No, so anyway, the 2-week wait is absolutely horrific. You just pretty much have to pretend you're pregnant until proven guilty, basically. So we are literally with you. If you have done IVF, lots of people go through IVF for like years. So it's just agonizing, that 2-week wait. So we hear you completely. But then the 2-week wait when you're trying naturally as well, that sucks as well.
But we've come up with a few tips, like I said, some survival tips on how to get through, or this is what's helped me anyway. So my first point that I had was to confide in people that understand. Look, you've obviously got your friends around you, but lots of people go through this. So it's best to talk to people about it that have gone through it, because I feel like although people try and help and they try and give you like different bits and bobs, like unless you've actually gone through it, it's really hard to what's the word?
And it's also hard not to, if you have been through it, like me and you had both been through it, so we just egg each other on all the time. Like I'll be like, oh, this is so your month, I can just tell. And I'm like, oh, fucking better be, because it's awkward if I've just told her it's her month and it's like not her month. But we do confide in each other and we do give each other a lot of positive feedback
talks.
and we talk each other up a lot, and it kind of sucks when it doesn't work out, because it's like, oh, sorry about that.
Yes. And then I am in a few Facebook groups in my local area, and I find like whenever girls get like have their transfers or whatever, they like post about it and they post their stories, and like it's kind of got this like little community of people that are actually going through it there and then at the time.
That's a great idea.
So I really like that. Even if you don't get involved in it, it's kind of cool because you can read and you like don't feel alone at all. You're like, this person's going through the exact same thing.
Literally.
Obviously, it goes without saying, stay busy. I like to plan my days. I couldn't live without my diary. Like I need to like look at my week in advance and like make sure I'm busy.
I think
booked
I went
and busy.
Yeah, I think I went down to Sydney for like a week during one of my 2-week waits, just so I could like be away and like be busy and just pretend I like wasn't going through what I was going through, just so I didn't have my mind on it.
Yeah.
You did too, actually.
Yeah,
you went down
that
to
was
Sydney.
horrific.
Yeah, but then you bled down there. That was not fun.
No, that was not fun.
Natural therapies like acupuncture. I mean, in my 2-week waits, I pretty much go there like every second day.
Yeah, acupuncture has been both of our saviours. We're obsessed with it. I think since I had the miscarriage last March, I got a voucher for an acupuncture place in Currumbin on the beachfront called Nuwa, and I've seen Bonnie for monthly, if not fortnightly, since March last
Bonnie
year.
and Jess are absolute wizards. Shout out to Newer.
Yes, I do not know where I would be.
I would fly
she genuinely
around the world
is.
to hit up Newer.
No,
That place
I
is
actually
off the chain.
genuinely don't know where I would be without Bonnie, because
Yeah.
she has been my rock through my whole journey, and we cry together. We freaking everything. She's unbelievable.
Bonnie's amazing, and I feel like when I see Jess, she's like my therapist. I just fucking talk. Like I don't need to
same.
see a psychologist. I just go to acupuncture, and I
Yeah.
come out feeling so relaxed.
I also think we both love this one, is to get outdoors, go on bushwalks.
Chloe's got
Look,
do
to
puzzles.
be fair, this is a lie. Actually, this is contradicting myself, because I said get outdoors to go and do bushworks, but right now
Don't be walking.
I've done absolutely zero walking.
Don't be going hiking or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
What's
okay,
with
don't do
What's
that.
with
Scratch
one?
that.
Do puzzles. Chloe would do a puzzle. I find that I just couldn't physically do a puzzle.
I'm into puzzles at the moment.
I'm into card games. I could do a card game.
Yeah.
Do some of that.
Yeah. Card games, puzzles.
Journal.
I feel like puzzles gets you off your phone though. It's been nice at night.
So does card games, darling.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Journal, writing things down.
I went through a stage where I literally was writing stuff every day and just like
my God.
manifesting the shit out of just breathing, literally. And then the last month, I've kind of been like, I got to just put that aside because I was getting so hyped up about it that I was like, this is not working.
Oh my
this
God.
is all bullshit.
It's horrific. The other day I found, well, I was pregnant, so it wasn't too horrific. But the other day I found back when Chump had just passed away, I found my journal and I'd literally written, I don't know if I told you this, I've written like a letter to our future child.
You
it
did
was
tell me this.
so cute. I've got it.
I want to do that too.
I'll have to show you guys. It's fucking cute.
You might have
Oh
to
my
read it
God.
out on one of the episodes.
It's fully like, your dad is the best dad in the world. He's just not here, but he's a fucking legend and you're a lucky little shit to have him. And I'm like just ranting on this page. It's so cute. I've got to show you guys.
Yes.
Do things for you.
Yes.
Book in hair appointment. Take a bath.
I love a good bath. So we'll take lots of baths, book a hair appointment. And I find like I'm so into self-care rituals, like that sort of thing. Like make sure, like literally put it in your diary, have a bath this night and make sure you do it.
Literally.
Don't worry about anyone else in these 2 weeks. This is all about you and the bub, period.
Period.
Which is what you don't want.
And also, darling, eat a lot of yummy things.
Like
eat
McDonald's for you.
soul-nourishing food. I mean,
Sausage
look, I
rolls.
wasn't eating any broccoli and things. I was eating all of the pastas, all of the curries, all of the yummy things. And just book in dinners and breakfasts and things that just feed the soul, I would say.
Yes.
That's what I did. And just try to avoid peeing on a stick because that just really F's up with that screws with your brain, I would say.
It does, but it's really hard
And
not to.
it's so hard not to. Just actually, I don't even own pregnancy tests, so just chuck them out. I think I had one, and that was after the nurse called me and said, "You're pregnant," and I was like, "Epic!" I'll
Did they
go
actually
pee.
say it like that? Do they get
Oh,
really excited? Do you know
no.
in the tone in their voice when they answer?
No, darling. She was freaking me out. So she called me and I was waiting for the call. So I was meant to get the call at like 12 and I was like, where are they? It got to 2 and I'm like calling them and they're like, we'll call you back in a moment. And I was like, oh my God, they're trying to figure out how to tell me I'm not pregnant. But I like knew I was. I was like, I have to be. Like, I just, you know how I knew? And then I think it was Angela, she's so cute. She called me, but you know how they have to be like all proper? So she's like, now, Ellidy, give me your name and date of birth and address. And I was like, fuck, I don't even know my name at this point. I just need to know if I'm pregnant.
Wrong shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave them my Warriewood address and not my Gold Coast address or some shit.
Your date of birth, like when was I born?
Yeah, I just had no idea what even year I was born in. And then we got that out somehow, and then she was like, so, and I was like, is this a G-up? I was like just assuming I was not pregnant, and then she's like, we've got a wonderful result for you today, and I was like,
Oh my God.
my mum came up and she was like, holy shit, it's like could hear me screaming, and the chick was so nice, Angela, and it was just so surreal. I literally was like, I'm going to go pee on a stick right now. Oh, I've got to go. And I literally, because I just wanted to, I'd heard the good news that I knew I was pregnant, but I wanted like my little piece of my little show and tell. So then I went to piss on a stick and it came up straight away with 2 solid lines and it was just so cute. I literally still have it sitting on my kitchen bench. It's still there.
Yeah, I know.
It just sits. It's going to be there forever. If anyone ever fucking touches it or moves it, I'll kill them. Can we please talk about the fucking progesterone, doll? That shit is crook.
For anyone that's done IVF, you'll know about it.
Oh my
and it
gosh.
is the worst part of it is the worst part, I think, of the whole
I honestly would say it's worse than jabbing yourself with needles in your belly every day.
Needles. So do you want to tell the people what it is?
All right, doll. So it's literally cottage cheese that falls out of your vagina like it's going out of fashion. You'll literally change your undies and then you'll put new ones on and 5
Sorry
seconds
for all
later,
the men that are listening.
oh, dudes are not going to listen to this shit, are they? It's literally horrific.
Yeah. Well,
Oh my God.
it's bad, and you're meant to be. So basically, what it is, it's a gel, and it's like
hormone gel.
it's in a tube, and you like click the top of it off, and you put the tube up, and you squirt it, and then it lets a bit of progesterone. And what is progesterone used for?
Progesterone is used to thicken the lining.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you basically use it from the day after you have the transfer, and you do it morning and night, and it's basically helps the eggs stick.
Yeah.
And you pretty much, and it just really helps with, exactly the uterus lining, and then you use it right up until the 12-week mark.
You literally use it. I only
every
just
day
stopped. So
and
I think
every
I actually
night.
used it for 4 months.
It's actually horrific. And
heavy.
I mean, we're okay because we don't have to have sex with anyone right now.
Fucking hell, that's one lucky ting. Look, it's like weird because you put this stuff
It's
up
so
you and
gross.
5 seconds later it comes out and it sits in your undies like actual cottage cheese. And I'm like, what's the point of this thing? Because it just falls out.
No, I was actually at one point before I realised this, like the very first time I did it, and this is just so too much information, but we're going to go there. So when I was doing it, I was just like, fuck, where is this shit going? Like, yeah, some of it does come out, but like it wasn't coming out that much. So it was like a week in and I had a shower. I'm like, fuck, maybe I'll just like stick my finger up and see if I can get some out.
Yeah.
And holy dooly, it was like a handful of shit in my hand.
Oh my God,
it was
it's
so gross. So now I know, like morning and night, like I'll give it a bit of a clean out before I put the next one up, but it's still fucking disgusting. Like I feel like I feel like the bits that drip out is like just watery sometimes, and it's just like you're just doing something, you're like, wow, I just feel like I'm pissing my pants. This is unreal.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to have the worst incontinence issue when I have a baby, I feel like, because this is just so shit. I'm like,
We would
wow.
literally be hanging out and we'd just be like, oh, my undies are full of something. Like, and the other one would be like, yeah, same, let's go to the bathroom. Like what are the chances that two best friends would just be dealing with this shit? All right, sis. So right now you are literally in the middle of your 2-week wait. You've actually got 2 more days until your test, and I'm so proud of you for not pissing on a stick. You're such a good egg.
I am an angel.
You are a little angel listening to me as usual. No, but seriously, this month's been hectic because the hormones that you took the hormones that you went with this month were like triple the amount that I ever did, and like triple the amount that you did. The first month they were like with the human growth hormones and everything, it was absolutely next level. So I know that a lot is riding on this embryo that's inside you right now. And I just have the best feeling about it. I just literally look at you right now and I'm like, oh, something's different about you. Like, I swear you're pregnant. But I literally feel bad saying it to you because I'm like, there's always a chance that you're not. But how do you feel, A, about it? How do you feel about the news? And B, how do you feel about what possibly you might do or be thinking if this doesn't work? It's a lot of money that you've spent and you'd have to go through with hormones again. All of that. Where's your head at?
Look, to be honest with you, this one definitely feels different to the last 2 rounds that I've done. I just feel different. So, and it's been hectic because obviously the doctors and everyone have given me such high hopes on this, given it was a grade A egg. So I'm like riding this weird, crazy wave of like, I know that I'm pregnant. I just know it. But there's obviously a chance that it's not going to work. And I feel like I've like told everyone that it's going to work and that it has worked. So it's going to be pretty hectic if it doesn't work. And I have to tell everyone, oh, well, actually all those symptoms was just fucking bullshit. About my body, I was speaking to Paul last night just saying like my body is literally aching. Look, hopefully it's for a good reason and I can fully handle that. But if it doesn't work, there's something like it's hurting me, you know, like I've been doing this since January now, a total of 3 rounds in the 5 months. And I think that if this doesn't work, we might have to just call it a day for now just because I need a break. I need a moment. Paul's obviously overseas. I really want to just, you know, the whole chumpy thing's like been a complete eye-opener and, you know, I feel like life is just really short and I don't want to put my body through this anymore and I just want to be, and when the time's right, we'll do it again. Yeah. So I'm fully prepared for it not to work, but fuck, you know, like it's hectic because obviously we're not getting that many eggs out. It's just like a lot's riding on this. This little one obviously lasted right up until the very end and I only had one.
Yeah.
And then the last one, I only had one that was able to freeze. So I really am not working with much. So if this does fail, it's going to be a lot of questions are going to be asked to my doctors, especially going like, what is going on? Like I've just done such extreme medications this month to get one that didn't work. like explain to me.
Yeah, and
what
you know
that
you'd have
is.
to go through all the hormones and the egg pickup again for the next one. It's not like you have heaps of embryos just sitting in the freezer ready to go.
Yeah. But it does. It fucking petrifies me. Like I'm an anxious ball of anxiety.
And this egg that's in you right now is such an A-grade egg.
It literally
just, like,
looks
has to
perfect
work.
though, honestly, like when compared to the egg that I put in last time, because basically we only had one that made it to blastocyst last time and we decided to freeze that. And then there was one that was like 19% there, but it wasn't at the stage where you could have frozen it. So they were like, we're either going to put it in the bin or we can put it in you. So we obviously decided to put it in me.
That
but
egg was
comparing
scrambled.
the eggs to each other, the photos, it's like, what the actual fuck? It looks like scrambled eggs.
That was a full scrambled
frying
egg, that
pan.
one. And this one's like a full solid
If you Google
hard-boiled.
perfect embryo, this is what it looks like.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. So I guess what's going through my mind is if it doesn't work with putting a perfect grade A embryo in, there's something wrong with my body. And up until now, I haven't thought that there was anything wrong because I'm fucking doing everything.
And you've had all your
I've been
endo cut
doing
out and
all the endo cut out that I didn't know I had. I've been taking fertility herbs for a year now. I've been taking all the supplements. Like there needs to be more investigating before I do this further because there's nothing. I wrap myself in cotton wool. There's nothing. I've done everything right this time round. So fucking hope
and saying that as well, like our hearts just absolutely go out to those people that do, like you hear about people doing 17 rounds of IVF and they're still not having any luck and things like that.
fucking
So
heavy.
yeah,
It's
we definitely
traumatic.
feel for those
It is
people.
literally a roller coaster.
And the thing about you and me is we are such open books. Like every single one of our friends knows that we're doing this. So on Friday, they're all going to be messaging you going, have you got your results back? And, you know, if it's shit news, you're like,
I won't be answering anyone.
yeah. And it's just like a lot of that. Like we do ourselves such a disservice by like telling everyone all this shit.
Yeah, like I've been pretty quiet on
help
social media this last few rounds. Like I was very vocal about it at the start because it's weird because I went into it going, yes, this is going to work. This is fucking, this is so fun,
Walk in the
IVF.
park.
But the more serious it's gotten and like the more they've deemed me as like a, what is the word where it's like it doesn't take.
You're a tougher case. Oh,
A tougher case, yeah. It's
You're a
like
hard basket.
I'm in the hard basket. So it just like I didn't even know it was a thing for IVF not to work for some people, and like I'm just in that basket at the moment. So they're trying to like do all that. So yeah. Anyway, like I said, if this doesn't work this round, definitely I'll want to A, have a break, give my body a breather, and B, do some more testing because there's nothing I could have done this round that like there's nothing that I've done wrong this round. Everything has been completely to the book.
Okay, so if you've been following my journey, you would know that in that episode I actually was pregnant. It's funny because I 100% knew I was before I even peed on a stick because I felt pregnant. So that day I did find out that I was pregnant, and then if, like I said, you've been following my journey, 3 weeks later I actually had my second miscarriage. And if you want to know more about that, you can go back to episode 2 and hear about my whole journey up until now. So that was a lot to listen to.
Such a grueling process, sis. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Definitely go back and listen to that episode 2. And so next week's episode is going to be about supporting friends who are going through IVF. It should be a really insightful episode. So we will see you guys next week.